Hi students, good morning to one and all. Some important notes are in chapter 9, Cell the Unit of Life. Okay, now the first one, significance of vacuole in a plant cell. In generally, the plant cell of cytoplasm containing several cell organelles such as chloroplast, mitochondria, nucleus, endoplasmic reticulum, lysosomes, peroxisomes, glyoxysomes, and vacuole. These are the cell organelles. Chloroplast, mitochondria, nucleus, endoplasmic reticulum. These four are largest double membrane bound cell organelles. Remaining all are smallest single membrane bound cell organelles. But ribosomes is the smallest cell organelle and are not having the membrane bound. So dear students, vacuole is one of the cell organelle. Okay now, significance of vacuole in a plant cell. In plant cells, vacuole play an important role in osmoregulation. In plant cells, the vacuole play an important role in osmoregulation. Osmoregulation means the movement of ions or water molecules moved from or transferred from higher concentration region to lower concentration region. That is known as osmoregulation. Is always passed ions molecules through across the membrane. In some plant cells, vacuolar shaft contains pigments, that is anthocyanin. In some plant cells, vacuolar shaft containing one pigment, that is anthocyanin. So what is the importance of anthocyanin? So which impart color to the plant parts. That is importance of anthocyanin. So anthocyanin is one of the colored pigment. So in this colored pigment to the presence of color to the plant parts. That is the significance of vacuole in a plant cell. Okay now, next coming to S differ in a 70S and 80S ribosomes. Dear students, vacuole is one of the cell organelle, at the same ribosomes is also one of the cell organelle. This is a smaller cell organelle. So this smaller cell organelle of ribosome would be containing two subunits. So this is a ribosome. Dear students, this is a ribosome. This ribosome containing two subunits. One is a larger subunit. Another one is a smaller subunit. Okay now. Another one is a smaller subunit. In especially most of the prokaryotic organisms are having 70S type of ribosomes. In most of the eukaryotic organisms are having 80S type of ribosomes. These two are types of ribosomes. Okay now. Vacuole is one of the cell organelle, occurs in a plant cell. The main role in osmoregulation, and in plant cells would be containing the vacuolar shaft in anthocyanin. This anthocyanin to be import color of the plant parts. And next coming to ribosomes. 70s type of ribosomes. Second one is 80s type of ribosomes. So in this 70s type of ribosomes are present in all prokaryotic organisms. In 80s type of ribosomes are present in all eukaryotic organisms. Anyhow, 70s type of ribosome and 80s type of ribosomes would be containing two subunits. One is a larger side of the subunit, another one is a smaller side of the subunit. Okay, now. So in both 70s and 80s ribosomes, S stands for the sedimentation coefficient. S stands for the sedimentation coefficient. S means why? Because 70s and 80s. 70s type of ribosome and 80s type of ribosome. So what is the meaning of S? So S stands for the sedimentation coefficient. Sedimentation coefficient. On the basis of sedimentation coefficient, so the 70s type of ribosomes again 50s and 30s. 80s type of ribosomes are again 60s and 40s. This is a sedimentation of coefficient. Okay, now in both 70s and 80s ribosomes, S stands for the sedimentation coefficient. So on the basis of sedimentation coefficient, the 70s type of ribosomes are divided into larger subunit 50s and smaller subunit 30s. And the 80s type of ribosomes is divided into larger subunit 60s and smaller subunit 40s. So in this phenomenon first to be expressed in Svedberg units. The scientist name are here Svedberg. Expressed in Svedberg units. Expressed in Svedberg units. And it is indirectly a measure of density and size. It is indirectly a measure of density and size. That is the S. That is the S. Next coming to lysosome. Lysosome is also one of the cell organelle. This is a single membrane bone structure. Vacuole is a one of the cell organelle. This is a single membrane bone structure. Ribosome is a smaller cell organelle. This is a non-membrane bone cell structure. This is a non-membrane bone cell structure. Very, very important area. So vacuole is a single membrane bone cell organelle. Ribosome is a non-membrane bone cell organelle. Lysosome is a single membrane bone cell organelle. Lysosome is a single membrane bone cell organelle. Okay, now, dear students, lysosome is a single membrane bone cell organelle. In this lysosome cell organelle would be containing one hydrolytic enzymes. What is the importance of hydrolytic enzymes? So, dear students, they contain hydrolysis enzymes capable of digesting carbohydrates, proteins, lipids and nucleic acids. That is the importance of hydrolysis enzymes. So dear students, lysosome is a single membrane bone cell organelle, and in this lysosome would be containing hydrolysis enzymes. In this hydrolysis enzymes to be digesting carbohydrates, proteins, lipids and nucleic acids. This is the importance of lysosome. This is the importance of lysosome. So these are the some important cell organelles. One is vacuole, second one is ribosome, third one is lysosome. But here vacuole is a single membrane bone cell organelle, and ribosome is a non-membrane bone cell organelle, and lysosome is a single membrane bone cell organelle. So in those all are present in all eukaryotic organisms, but ribosomes are also present in eukaryotic organisms and prokaryotic organisms. In eukaryotic organisms would be containing 80s type of ribosomes. In prokaryotic organisms, especially bacteria and viruses, would be containing 70s type of ribosomes. Next coming to glass vacuoles. This is a vacuole and this is a gas vacuoles. Gas vacuoles. Dear students, gas vacuoles are present in which organisms, and what is the importance or what is the function of gas vacuoles? Dear students, gas vacuoles are inclusion bodies in the cytoplasm of blue-green algae, purple and green photosynthetic bacteria. Okay, now, so don't confuse here. In plant cells, vacuole play an important role in osmoregulation, and in some plant cells, vacuoles contains pigments like anthocyanin. So in this anthocyanin, which impart color to the plant pots, that is the importance of vacuole. But gas vacuoles are inclusion bodies. So in cytoplasm, gas vacuoles are freely floating on the bodies, freely floating on the surface of water, or freely floating on the smaller size of the bodies. Gas vacuoles are inclusion bodies in cytoplasm of blue-green algae, especially Nostoc, Anabaena, purple and green photosynthetic bacteria. And they are filled with air. Gas vacuoles is always filled with air, and help the bacteria to float on the surface of water. So gas vacuoles are generally filled with air and help the bacteria, so such as blue-green algae, purple and green photosynthetic bacteria, to float on the surface of water. To float on the surface of water. That is the importance of gas vacuoles. So most of the gas vacuoles are present in prokaryotic organisms. Especially purple and green photosynthetic bacteria, as well as blue-green algae or cyanobacteria. And next coming to polysome. So this is a ribosome form. What is the polysome? What is the importance of polysome? Don't confuse here. This is a lysosome, and this is a polysome, and this is a vacuole, and this is a gas vacuoles. And gas vacuoles, and lysosome, and this is a polysome. So lysosomes, so most of the present in eukaryotic organisms, and polysomes, most of the presence in prokaryotic organisms. So now in prokaryotes, several ribosomes may attach to a single in mRNA. Several ribosomes. So dear students, this is a mRNA. So a group of ribosomes. So these are the in which type of ribosomes, especially in prokaryotic organisms. So generally containing 70s type of ribosomes. These are the 70s type of ribosomes. So this is a mRNA. These are ribosomes. Already I said to be that ribosomes are of two types. One is 70s type of ribosomes and the other one is 80s type of ribosomes. So most of the 80s type of ribosomes are present in all eukaryotic organisms. Okay now. In most of the 70s type of ribosomes are present in prokaryotic organisms. So these are the all are 70s type of ribosomes are attached to in single mRNA, and form a chain, that is called polysome. Once again, in prokaryotes, especially also in bacteria and also viruses, several ribosomes, that is 70s type of ribosomes, may attach to a single in mRNA, and form a chain, that is called polysome. So in generally the ribosome, 70s type of ribosome, either 80s type of ribosome would be containing two subunits. One is a larger subunit, another one is a smaller subunit. So this ribosome to be attached between of the mRNA. By means mRNA is attached to smaller between of the smaller subunit and larger subunit. In mRNA is generally attached to the between of the smaller subunit and larger subunit. What is the importance of polysome? So the ribosomes of a polysome, translate the mRNA into proteins. In generally all prokaryotic organisms, the polysomes are helping in protein synthesis. These are the some important things in cell, the unit of life. Okay, now thank you.